The steering committee that happened in The Hague was, I think, another opportunity for the global partnership to think through some of the things that are important going forward. One of the major discussions we had was the post-2015 agenda and how the global partnership for effective development cooperation can be instrumental in shaping the how of that agenda. I think the discussions clearly showed that while there is an opportunity, while the Secretary General's report does mention something about global partnerships, I think we still need to do more work to be very clear on the kinds of impact that we want to create in that process. So one of the things and the resolutions was to find ways in which the global partnership, especially through the voluntary initiatives and the building blocks, which are now going to be called global partnership initiatives, could try and be a bit more relevant to the post-2015 agenda. I think another important point that we had, which was discussed, is the whole question of monitoring. As you know, the global partnership has agreed to work with about 4 areas in monitoring, one of them being the indicator tool for civil society enabling environment. And one of the things really there is to try and ensure that we finish the work in firming up how this monitoring will look like at country level, and also to try and market it so that we have more countries participating. So one of the key issues which was clearly brought out by many people is to see if there is a way in which we can work with other regional economic communities and other stakeholders in different regions in the world to encourage more countries to submit to this global monitoring. And because the monitoring seems to be one of the things that is the new, but also the value addition that we can bring to global processes, even the Sustainable Development Goals discussion. So that was another key thing that was there. And related to that was the discussion around the independent, the advisory committee. We agreed that while we wanted to have a certain level of independence, what we should emphasize is the technical capabilities of the people in that committee. And those people should be giving as much information, as much technical input into the monitoring process. So that is something also that we discussed. I think going forward, it was clear that the global partnership had to do a bit more work in terms of clarifying how the different streams of work that are under the voluntary initiatives, under the building blocks, can be brought together a bit more comprehensively or collectively. And because there was a workshop that is planned for Brussels, I think that was a good opportunity to do that. And therefore, in a sense, the steering committee ended on a high note on the fact that this is one of the opportunities that they have to use the Brussels meeting to firm up a bit more clearly how the actions going forward would look like for this year 2015 and for next year 2016. Of course, we had a few other discussions related to communication and how we should do more as partners in the global partnership to ensure that we make it visible, use their logo, work to make sure that our products also relate. Our websites are linked, our products can also refresh the products of the global partnership and all that. So in a sense, yeah, there is a lot that still needs to be done, but I think this meeting was clear that going forward, we have to do a bit more work. We don't seem to have as much time as we may want, because by 2016 another high-level meeting will be somewhere, and so we have to really plan for that. But clearly there were a number of important points. Those are some of the important points that were brought up.